Let me tell you a story. Two people earn the same amount of money, same job, same salary, same opportunities. But 10 years later, one is calm, secure, and free. The other? Stressed, broke, trapped. What changed? Not their income, not their intelligence, just the order they followed. You see, money is not about how much flows into your life. It's about what you do first, when it arrives. And most people get that first step wrong. Come closer. Sit with me for a while. My name is Grandpa T, and if there's one thing life has taught me, it's this. People don't lose money because they are foolish. They lose because they were never taught the rules of the game. So today, I will give you something simple, but powerful enough to change your life. Not a trick, not a shortcut, but a sequence, a way of handling money that has stood the test of time. 3 steps: save, invest, spend, but not just what they mean. The order matters more than anything else. Saving is quiet, unimpressive, almost boring, and that is exactly why people ignore it. They want excitement. They want fast results. They want to feel like they are doing something. But saving feels like nothing is happening. But that is where they are wrong, because saving is not about growth. It is about protection. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you are sailing across the ocean. Your investments, that is your destination. But your savings, that is the lifeboat. Now tell me, would you sail without a lifeboat? Because that is exactly what people do when they invest without saving. They chase the horizon with no protection if things go wrong. And life has a way of creating storms, unexpected storms, a sudden expense, a lost job, a family emergency, a moment where life demands more than you planned. Without savings, you panic, you scramble, you break. But with savings, you breathe, you wait, you survive. And survival is underrated, because you cannot build wealth if you are constantly being destroyed by life's smallest inconveniences. Now listen carefully, because this is important. Savings does not make you rich, but it makes you hard to destroy. And in a world full of uncertainty, that is power. Let me give you something deeper. Money is not just about numbers. It is about control. When you have no savings, every problem becomes urgent. Every decision becomes emotional. Every mistake becomes expensive. But when you have savings, time slows down. You think clearly. You act wisely. You choose instead of reacting. And the ability to choose is the foundation of wealth. Now, once you are protected, once your foundation is strong, only then do we move to the next step. Investing is an act of faith, because you are putting money into something that will not reward you today, or tomorrow, or even next year. It requires patience, and patience is rare. Let me tell you something most people don't realize. When you invest, you are planting a tree. And in the beginning, it looks like nothing, just dirt, just waiting, just time passing. And this is where most people fail, because they dig up the seed to check if it's growing. They panic, they doubt, they quit too early. But the wise, they understand something powerful. Growth is invisible at first, and then suddenly it isn't. This is the magic of what Albert Einstein called the 8th wonder of the world, compound interest. It starts slow, painfully slow, but over time it becomes unstoppable, like a snowball rolling down a mountain, small at first, but eventually too big to stop. Let me ask you something personal. Have you ever taken care of someone older, a parent, a grandparent, someone who could no longer work but still needed to live? It's not easy. It requires sacrifice, time, money. Now here's the truth most people avoid. One day, that person will be you. And the question is simple. Will you become a burden, or will you be taken care of? Because when you invest, you are not just growing money. You are building a system that will take care of you when you can no longer take care of yourself. This is not about luxury. This is about dignity. Now, if this is making you think differently about money, then don't let this moment pass. Like the video, so this lesson reaches someone who needs it. Subscribe. Because most people only learn these things after years of mistakes. And comment below, I'm building my future self, because saying it is the first step to becoming it. Now we come to the part everyone loves, spending. This is where people lose everything they've built, not because spending is bad, but because it is misunderstood. You see, spending is emotional. It is tied to identity, to validation, to escape, and if you are not careful, you will use money to fix problems money cannot solve. Loneliness, insecurity, boredom. And when you do that, you enter a dangerous cycle. You spend to feel better. The feeling fades. You spend again. And slowly, you build a life that looks good, but feels empty. So here's the rule. Not all spending is equal. Some spending is distraction. Other spending is fulfillment. Distraction is loud, fast, addictive. Fulfillment is quiet, deep, lasting. Let me give you examples. Distraction says, buy this now. You deserve it. Fulfillment asks, will this still matter to me in a year? Distraction fades. Fulfillment stays. So before you spend, pause and ask yourself, is this building a life I'm proud of? Or just helping me escape a life I hate? Because that one question can save you years of regret. So now you understand not just what to do, but why it matters. The order is simple, but powerful. Save so life cannot break you. Invest so time can work for you. Spend so life can mean something. And when you follow this order, something incredible happens. You stop fearing money, and you start using it. Time is a strange thing. It moves slowly when you're young, and too fast when you're old. So don't wait. Don't delay. Because the future you is watching, hoping that you make the right choices today. This is Grandpa T, and I'll see you again when you're wiser and older.